All right, welcome junior leaders and cherished family members to the graduation of Junior Leadership Class of 2025. Juniors, can you believe that you made it? Standing here today, I am surprised we did not lose one junior on the pontoon boat ride back in September. I'm looking at you, Michaela and Katie, even though Katie is unfortunately not here today. But tonight is about celebration. Each of you took on this program alongside your classes, clubs, sports, and jobs, and you did it with enthusiasm, energy, and just the right amount of caffeine. I don't think we ever officially named Starbucks as a program sponsor, but judging by the number of venti cups I saw at 8 a.m., maybe we should have. Congratulations on completing this shared journey of growth and self-discovery. I am incredibly proud of each of you and grateful that we can celebrate this milestone with family members who have supported you along the way. So this evening, I am pleased to introduce Ashley Powell, a distinguished alum of Leadership Medina County's Lead Institute Class of 2022 and Signature Class of 2024. Ashley serves as a Human Resources Manager at Sandridge Crafted Foods and is the recipient of the 2020 Excellence in Emerging Leadership Award and the 2016 Athena Young Professional Award. Her role as co-champion of her signature class is a true testament to her unwavering commitment to collaboration and growth. Ashley is a shining example of what it means to lead with purpose and stay engaged in the community. Her journey reminds us that leadership is a continuous choice that will influence the rest of our lives. Whether you are here as a student or a proud family member, her story offers something for everyone. Her determination is something to truly be admired, and after hearing her speak, I think that you will agree. Please welcome Ashley Powell.
Does anybody else feel extremely awkward listening to people talk about you? You know, if I was a few shades less tan, I might blush a little bit, but thankfully the good Lord helped me out with that. So, good evening to all of you. Hang on a second. Technical difficulties. It was that amazing introduction that frazzled me quite a bit. Okay, now we're ready. It's an absolute honor to stand here in front of all of you guys, to all your families, all your friends, to the Leadership Medina County Junior Leadership team. How many times can we say leadership in the next 30 seconds? And of course to our amazing graduates. My name is Ashley Powell, and I am the HR manager at Sandridge Crafted Foods. I've been there for about 3 years now. I'll be celebrating 3 years in June. It took me a while to get to where I am today, and I would love to share that journey with you. So, back on a hot summer's day, no, I'm just kidding. You might be surprised to learn that I was a very shy child. My mother made my friends for me all the way up until I was an adult. I went to the same school from preschool all the way to 9th grade. And then my mom decided to get remarried and dragged me from Medina all the way to Worcester, Ohio, where I became a Worcester General. And that's actually where my leadership journey began. I figured, you know what? No one knows me here, so this might be a good time to reinvent myself. And my first experience with leadership was when I became a member of FCCLA, Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. And it sparked something inside of me. It didn't roar, it flickered. I was still shy. I was the girl who liked to help behind the scenes, the one who would rather write the speech than give it. And yet, those small moments of courage began to build a foundation I didn't even realize I was standing on. Life moved quickly after that, and I became a teen mom. And I never stopped learning. I never stopped learning how to be a leader. It didn't cause me to pause my dreams. In fact, after that happened, I actually hit the gas. I did better than I ever had my senior year of high school because I had a new motivation. I earned my associate degree directly after high school from a community college in Mansfield. I had an amazing support system in my parents. And I kept going, and I kept learning, and I kept leading. I discovered that strength doesn't always show up as loud confidence. It often looks like the perseverance in silence, determination in the dark, and the courage to show up again and again. So my son, I have 2 children now, but my oldest son, his name is Isaiah, and he is wrapping up his freshman year at Kent State University, studying computer engineering. This is the part where you guys tell me, what? You don't look like you have a almost 19-year-old son. Stop it, I know. So, as I raised him and as I grew, I really quickly learned that respiratory therapy wasn't for me. That was what I earned my associate degree in. Terminally weaning somebody off a ventilator who doesn't have family around, it was hard for me to shake that, and thank God for our medical professionals who do things like that every day. And so I decided that business side of healthcare was important for me. And so I spent bulk of my adult professional career at the Medina County Health Department, where I got my first chance to be a leader in position. And we'll get to that in a little bit. And I became the health center office supervisor. Y'all, I was a hot mess. The first time I ever had to discipline someone, I cried. How am I crying? She didn't take me seriously after that. I sat in front of my supervisor and I received my first review, and again, I cried because she told me I was inconsistent. She corrected my dress. She told me, I thought I bought a shirt that had polka dots, but it had lips on it, and apparently that wasn't professional. So I learned very quickly how to take constructive feedback because I wanted to be a good leader. And at the time, I just thought that leadership was the title that I had. I entered the workforce, slowly working my way up, learning the power of empathy, communication, and authenticity. So this little thing called COVID happened in 2020. I don't know if you heard about it. And at the health department, that's your bread and butter. You plan your whole life for some sort of public health emergency, hoping you never have to use that training. And as a single mom with 2 children, I needed a change. So I resigned from there and continued my professional journey. There is where I actually earned the Athena Young Professional Award for the work that I did, not only on myself, but in contributions to the community. Every time that adversity hit me, whether it was finishing my degree in education, raising my son, I asked myself, so now what? And with that kind of mentality, I partnered with my mom, who started a nonprofit organization called Sister Circle, started a youth program called So Now What? Because life happens, but that doesn't mean we stop what we're doing. We ask ourselves, what are we gonna do next? Eventually, I found myself standing in front of rooms full of people, giving presentations and leading discussions, also mentoring others. And yes, even speaking at events like this. So that shy girl who once sat in the back of the classroom now had something to say. I'm so happy to say that So Now What has grown that we collected $6,000 and we'll be able to give away that money in scholarships at Medina High School. So juniors, if you're in Medina, next year, make sure you apply for that scholarship, okay? As I found my way into HR, human resources, it just really spoke to my passions for people, passions for community, and through the transition, I wanted nothing more than to be a part of the Leadership Medina family. I had an employer who gave me that opportunity, and I was selected to join the LEAD Institute in 2022. I changed careers. I have been promoted twice since I joined Sandridge, and now as the HR manager, because of the foundation I learned through this organization. And then I joined I discovered my passions in the nonprofit world, giving back, serving on boards such as Feeding Medina County. And the reason I'm dressed like this is because today Habitat for Humanity had their fundraising event. It's called Blueprints in Blue Jeans, because they're an organization who helps build affordable housing in our community. And I never want to stop giving back, because I was fortunate. I was very blessed to have a support system, and not everyone has that. So if I can help people who help people, that fulfills all the passions that I believe that the Lord put me on this earth for. Each opportunity reminds me that leadership is not just a position or a title, but an action, an activity. It's in how you treat people, how you show up for your team, how you respond when things get tough. And things get tough. COVID really challenged me, and through all of those, I always reflect back and realize what kind of lesson that I learned. Now I stand before you, yes, as a single mom, so there's still that. I'm a homeowner, one of only 3 in my family. You know, I have a job that has an amazing career path who supports my efforts in wanting to get back to the community. I have an organization who trained me up because I didn't learn how to be a leader from FCCLA, but it helped. I didn't learn how to be a leader from making the decision that led me to a teen mom. I didn't learn how to be a leader by that very specific constructive feedback. I can honestly say that if it wasn't for leadership in Medina County, I wouldn't be the leader I am today. And I'm so happy that you all have gotten to start that experience in your junior year. I'm rather envious. I wish I had that opportunity, but again, Mom drug me down to Wayne County instead. So, to each of you graduates, I want you to remember that leadership doesn't begin when someone gives you a title. It begins the moment you decide to take responsibility for the world around you. The moment you speak up, offer help, take initiative, or simply choose to be kind, that is leadership. You have already started your leadership journey, and it's only just beginning. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. That's a quote by Arthur Ashe. And you don't need to wait until you're older, or just a little bit older, or more experienced, or less afraid. Do it scared. Do it with your voice shaking. You have everything you need right now to be a leader. So be the one who acts. Be the one who inspires. Be the one who leads. I am so proud of you guys, and I don't even know you like that. But to accomplish everything that you have, to dedicate your time to this program is amazing. Congratulations, Junior Leadership in Medina County class. I'm looking around this room and I know our future is bright because you are the future leaders of this community, and I can't wait to see what actions you'll take next. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley, for being here tonight and for sharing your leadership in Medina County journey and how that has shaped your growth, and it continues to inspire us all. Next, I am honored to welcome Jennifer Billick, Executive Director of Leadership Medina County and a proud signature class of 2020 graduate. In her role, Jennifer guides the strategic direction, operations, and overall management of Leadership Medina County programs. She's been present every day in our junior leadership classes and has witnessed firsthand the energy, commitment, and emerging leadership of this remarkable group of students. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Billick.
I'm at that age where I gotta put my glasses on. So, good evening and welcome. Especially to our distinguished graduates of the 2025 Junior Leadership Medina County program. As the Executive Director, I want to take a moment to express heartfelt gratitude to those who have supported us this year. To our generous sponsors and donors, their belief in the potential of Medina County's youth make this program possible. You can find our full list, and because there's a lot of them, so I didn't want to read them all off, on the back of your program tonight. I also want to thank Ashley and Sandwich Foods as they are our sponsor for this evening, so thank you. To the Medina County Parks District, They graciously offered us this event, and though Nate couldn't be here, he asked me to share his congratulations as well. And to our incredible staff, Mrs. Wells and Miss Fagura, she's somewhere around here. She might be, oh, she's way in the back waving. Your dedication, compassion, and tireless work helped shape the experiences of every student in this room tonight. You truly embody what it means to lead. To the members of our board of directors, we have a few of them here tonight. Thank you for your ongoing support and vision. Please give all of them a warm round of applause. I want to thank the family and friends that are here tonight as well. Thank you for believing in these young leaders and cheering them on every step of the way. And P.S., as Ashley mentioned, if you don't want your students to have all the fun, we are accepting applications for the next year's program class for lead and for signature. So just a little tip there. But tonight's about our graduates. Tonight we celebrate not just what you've completed, but who you've become and who you already are. While junior leadership may be the title of this program, don't let the word junior make you think you're not already leaders, because you are. You've shown up, you've asked questions, you've listened, learned, collaborated, and grown. Leadership isn't something you wait for. It's not about age, title, or position. It's about action, intention, and impact. And this year, each of you have proved that you are leaders right now. Leadership, as you've learned, is not a destination, it's a journey. And if you remember, that journey started right here. You've been on this journey that gave you the opportunity to explore not only Medina County, but also your own values, your goals, and your capacity to lead. You've learned that leadership isn't a title, it isn't something you wait to be given, it's something you do. With your actions, your choices, your willingness to serve, and your courage to care. Through this program, you've taken part in something far more meaningful than just a series of days on the calendar. You've gone on a journey of exploration of your community, of possible careers, of service, and most importantly, yourselves. You've seen what Medina County looks like behind the scenes. You've met the people who keep it running, who protect it and nourish it, who dream and build and serve here. You've also had a chance to start imagining your own future. What matters to you? What excites you? What kind of difference do you want to make? You may not have had it all figured out yet, and as we've learned all throughout the year, that's okay. Great leaders, as you've learned, rarely start with a map. They start with a sense of purpose, a desire to make things better, and the bravery to step forward. That's exactly what you've done this year. Along the way, you've also built something else, something just as important, connection. You've built connection with each other and with today's Medina County leaders, with a community that cares deeply about seeing young people thrive. You've explored Medina's past through its history and heritage. You visited the Medina County Board of Developmental Disabilities, the Medina County Veterans Memorial Hall, multiple corporate headquarters, manufacturing plants, the county jail and juvenile detention center, which I'm glad none of you had visited before, the hospital, and that's just to name a few. Some of you had the opportunity to meet those representing us at the state level in Columbus, where we heard from the Lieutenant Governor, Jim Tressel. He spoke about leadership as an act of service, a way to elevate others, not yourself. As you see, it's a recurring theme. Throughout the year, you saw that leadership happens everywhere. It can happen on a farm, in a factory, in a nonprofit, in a detention center, and maybe even on the bus. You saw how leadership is about our toughest challenges, and you leaned into them. No matter where we went, whether through the poverty simulations or facing new environments, or sometimes even just trying new foods. You took the risk to try, to grow, and to lead. Through it all, you learned that leadership starts with you, but you also learned it doesn't end there. It must engage others, and you did just that. You energized your peers, you worked together, you lifted each other up, and you discovered that anyone can lead anytime, anywhere. This wasn't just a lesson, it was something you lived. The courage you showed, the curiosity you brought, and the connections you built are proof. As Margaret J. Wheatley reminds us, there is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. This year, you began that discovery. You found what matters to you, you found your voice, and you found each other. You know now that Medina County is more than just where you live. It's a place full of opportunity. It's where people care. It's where you can build a life, a career, and a future. It's a place worth leading. And even though this program is coming to a close, your journey isn't over. Leadership doesn't stop here. You don't have to have all the answers. Great leaders rarely do. What matters is your willingness to take the next step, to try, to persist, to lead. Because the truth is, leadership is risky. You won't always know the outcome, but that's exactly why we need you. Because leaders are the ones who are willing to step forward when others hesitate, to keep going when the path gets tough. No matter where your journey takes you, I want you to remember this. You are now and always will be part of the Leadership Medina County family. We are here for you, we believe in you, and we are so proud of who you are and who you're becoming. Too often, people say they're worried about the future, but I'm not. Not when I look at you all. And I almost did it without crying. With leaders like you preparing to step forward, I feel nothing but hope. Thank you for reminding me and all of us what is possible when people lead with courage, curiosity, and compassion. Congratulations, graduates, the future of Medina County, the state of Ohio, our nation, and our world shines brighter because of you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for your ongoing leadership at LMC. We truly value the support that you bring to junior leadership and the valuable work you do across all LMC initiatives. And I forgot about any crying possibility, and it's really great. Next, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on this incredible class. I couldn't have asked for a better group of students to share this year with. We began where we are tonight, right here in this facility. I still remember that first day, you walked in unsure of what to expect, and when we sat down together, the room was quiet, even a little tense. But by the end of the retreat, you were catching bugs and buzzing with energy, literally and figuratively. I like to say that working within the junior leadership program is a dream job, and I'm not exaggerating. I get to spend time with some of the most curious, passionate, and driven students exploring Medina County and learning alongside them. We've met incredible leaders, uncovered hidden gems like McJack Candy, and explored well-known staples like Root Candle in ways that revealed just how deeply they're woven into our community story. Throughout the year, we've traveled Medina County in a bus, as Mrs. Billick mentioned, affectionately and yes, officially named The Bus. Believe it or not, families, that name was voted on by the students themselves. And honestly, it ended up being the perfect fit for our class. A little silly and completely unforgettable. Medina County revealed itself like a puzzle, with each experience offering a new piece of the picture. Along the way, I saw students stepping outside of their comfort zone, discovering new passions, narrowing down career interests, or ruling a few things out. Some of you learned that it's okay to not have it figured out right away. Life and leadership aren't linear. They're zig and zag, and we've met professionals who've shown us that the most fulfilling careers are often found on unexpected paths. I think often about one student in particular, someone who early on never raised their hand. They were always engaged, always listening, but rarely spoke up. Then in January, I started noticing something different. During one of our sessions, they had already asked 5 or 6 questions by lunchtime. By the end of the day, it was closer to 10. That kind of shift doesn't happen by accident. It comes from building trust, gaining confidence, and understanding that your voice matters. And that kind of growth is what the program is all about. One thing is clear, leadership starts with curiosity. And this class has proven that in spades. The knowledge, emotional intelligence, and skills that you've developed this year aren't the end of your leadership journey, and they're not even the beginning. They're a launch pad. So to the class of 2025, thank you. Thank you for showing up, for leaning in, for laughing on the bus, and for proving that leadership isn't just about age or experience, it's about action and heart. As you step into your senior year and beyond, remember, leadership is not a destination, it is a way of showing up in the world. And if you carry forward with even half the heart and courage that you've shown this year, there is no doubt in my mind you'll change the world around you. So next, I am honored to introduce Bridget Campbell, a student who consistently brings positivity and warmth and a genuine curiosity to every class day. Watching her step outside her comfort zone, meet every challenge with determination, and uplifting those around her has been a joy. Bridget is thoughtful, collaborative, and committed. Someone who leads with insight and integrity. She is also a talented artist, and we're proud to feature her work on tonight's program. Please join me in welcoming Bridget Campbell, who will speak on behalf of the Thursday cohort.
I did not expect all of that, so I'm a little here. All right. So 1 year ago, I was on a Zoom call interviewing for junior leadership. It was something that I kind of thought about, but wasn't really sure about doing. I thought it could be useful in the long run. I remember the long application process. I completed it over my spring break. It took forever. Yeah. The biggest thing I remember from my Zoom meeting later on was how Ms. Billick and Ms. Wells asked me a very weird question. If you were an animal, what animal would you be? And of course, I picked my favorite animal, giraffe. They're tall, they're goofy, and they fight with their necks. That's something pretty cool. As time went on, we entered the beast of junior year. We actually started our retreat here. We catch bugs, some butterflies, pretty cool. But one of the things that I looked forward to most was coming here on every Thursday. There were so many unique experiences that they had to offer. My personal favorite was when we went to the Western Reserve Masonic community and commuted into the poverty simulator. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it wasn't anything close to what I really thought it would be. Mainly because my group got robbed of everything we had except for a social security card and a transportation pass. Obviously, we finished the simulation. It wasn't great, though. After the simulation, Ms. Billick gave a speech about how her family had a difficult financial situation, but how she rose above and is the successful person she is today. She remarked on how she was able to become successful despite her background, but the biggest thing I interpreted from her speech was that you can live the life you want to live. Throughout the other sessions of junior leadership, we met with other social emotional learning, such as when we organized ourselves into temperaments. We were given the choices of dolphin, beaver, fox, and an owl to describe ourselves. Whereas dolphins were described as extroverted and relaxed, Foxes were seen to be more serious and task-focused. Owls were more introverted and socially aware, while beavers, like me, can either be solitary or act like a social butterfly. Standing on this stage right now, I'm still deciding whether I want to run out of here or if I want to stay up here and just finish my speech. Discovering the different types of temperaments allow leaders to identify what other kinds of leaders they are working with. These two examples of activities we encountered in junior leadership does not even come close to encapsulating the year in all of its glory. One word that can describe me as a person is busy. I've been a member of the Encore Entertainment Company for the past 3 years. That is our local show choir at Medina High School. I was elected choir officer, alto section leader, dance captain, and I have won numerous titles there, such as outstanding performer. With balancing, and I also play volleyball. I played volleyball for 14 years. I also dance, not 14. I danced for 14 years. I played volleyball for 7. Okay, let's get on. I'm also involved in Link Crew, Huddle, National Honor Society, FCS, Bowman House Huddle, in addition to running my own babysitting business and working on college recruitment for volleyball. So you never see me around. However, while doing all these things is great, junior leadership has made me realize that I don't have to be that perfect leader. Recently in my leadership positions, I have noticed many times that doing the popular thing is not what's best for the group. And when making hard decisions, you also have to take yourself into account, not just others. And one of the biggest things I've learned above all is that you need to love yourself enough to not care what others think of your decisions. You need to be able to lead yourself before you can lead others. When asked the question of what animal would describe me best, I now no longer answer than before. Whereas 1 year ago, I probably wouldn't have admitted to anyone else outside the Zoom call that I was a giraffe, I am now proudly to say that there is not one singular animal that describes me. As a giraffe, I am tall and social with those around me, if I like them. As a dolphin, I am intelligent and love to collaborate. As a lion, I am dedicated and determined. However, all the animals I've listed so far exemplify the different attributes of myself. There is one animal that can forever be described for me and for you. That animal is a butterfly. A butterfly is symbolic of potential for change. They start out as a caterpillar, undergo the challenges of life, and end up as a successful butterfly. We all have the potential to live the life of a butterfly. We all have the ability to live the lives how we want to. Potential is seen when those who desire change look for it. As leaders, it is important that we continue to search for the potential in both ourselves and others. That is how we cultivate a better tomorrow.
Thank you, Bridget. Next, I'd like to introduce Ashley Wallace. She may have joined us on the second day of junior leadership, unable to attend the first day, but from that point forward, she moved with confidence and a steady presence that set her apart. Ashley doesn't demand attention. She earns respect through thoughtfulness and consistency. Representing the Tuesday cohort, please welcome Ashley Wallace.
One of the first days at junior leadership, I was handed a microphone. I got told to say hello into it to get the buzz attention. I wanted to do it though, it would be too scary to utter the word hello. At the beginning of junior leadership, I was attached to my friend at the hip. Wouldn't leave her side and would for sure not talking to a microphone. I personally joined junior leadership so I could expand my knowledge of jobs in Medina County, specifically wanting to go into business management, and I'm interested in getting an internship over the summer. Well, let's be honest, I also joined so I could get out of school once a month. While other students were stuck in class, we were out touring businesses, meeting local leaders, and let's not forget, getting a free lunch. But somewhere between the excitement of skipping school and the awkward icebreaker game, something unexpected happened. Junior leadership wasn't just a break from the routine, it was a crash course into how the real world works. We got to see behind the scenes of businesses, nonprofits, farms, and government offices, realizing that leadership isn't just about having a title. It's about showing up, making connections, and sometimes just being the person willing to step up when no one else does. At first, I thought networking just meant nervously standing near important people and nodding a lot. Now I understand that leadership is really about communication. Whether it's introducing yourself to a CEO, working as a team during a simulation, or in my case, finally speaking into a microphone. Junior leadership didn't magically turn me into the loudest person in the room, but it did push me to be more confident, to ask more questions, and to see Medina County in a whole new way. So yes, I joined from a break from school, but I stayed because the program turned out to be so much more. I don't want today to just be a graduation party, it's a gratitude party. As juniors, life is speeding up and the world is changing. Preparing for prom, graduation, college, and the future. Remembering the responsibilities of young adulthood can be quite overwhelming. Before we flip the page, I want to take time to stop and reflect on the people and experiences that have taken this journey with us. The biggest gratitude of all goes to junior leadership, and specifically to Ms. Billick and Mrs. Wells. Along with the dedicated helpers who showed up every day, since 2003, Leadership Medina County has been giving juniors like ourselves the chance to learn about leadership and the local workforce. Over the course of 9 days, plus an optional day at the state government, we've had the opportunity to dive deep into aspects of our community. My favorite experience was Business and Industry Day at RPM, hearing from a business speaker about his journey to his current position and what it took to get there. It was heartening and inspiring to know that life does not always take the path that you think it will, and that's okay. The key takeaway from junior leadership for me, life is rarely a straight line, and it's perfectly fine to veer off course. We also visited the beloved Candy Factory, home of those iconic oversized lollipops you can always find. Personally, my dad loves them and always has them. We participated in a top-level simulation day where we learned about financial management and the challenges people in lower income situations face. It was eye-opening to see the complexity of bills, taxes, and the struggles many encounter. But the experience also highlighted the incredible resources available in our community to help those in need. On Agricultural Day, we visited a local flower shop, and let me tell you something, that shop was special. The owner spoke about how he gives back to the community and how the community in turn supports him. His passion for his customers and business was clear, and it showed me just how much care goes into running a small business. We wouldn't have been able to experience all of this without the guidance and hard work behind the scenes, particularly from Ms. Billick and Mrs. Boast. The first time I spoke to them was over a video call. I could feel their energy and commitment and instantly knew they were incredible people who have true care and compassion for this program. They have transformed this program and made it what it is today. If it wasn't for them, junior leadership would not be the wonderful experience it's been. Secondly, I want to show gratitude to all the parents, guardians, and others that have helped us grow along the way and allowed us to be who we are. Thanks for making this journey with us and being here today. We'd probably still be somewhere trying to figure out how to do laundry without turning everything pink, or how to make a decision without asking Google first. I know parents often don't get enough recognition for all the behind-the-scenes work they put in, but please know we see everything. And even when we didn't appreciate it, the truth is we wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for giving us the support we needed and for being the steady foundation that allowed us to grow into who we are today. Lastly, I want to show gratitude to my peers. Now, I might not be the loudest in the group, that's for sure, or the most talkative, but I've genuinely enjoyed every moment spent with you all in junior leadership. You guys turned what could have just been a decent program into something way more meaningful. These days turn out to be more than I could have ever expected, and that's because of the energy, the laughs, and the way everyone has contributed to making the group what it is. It's been so cool seeing everyone bring their unique perspectives, personalities, and even their awkwardness to the table. Because let's face it, we've all had our moments. I'm excited to see where each of us ends up after this, whether it's a business, running for office, or starting a nonprofit that we never knew we were passionate about. Whatever we do, I have no doubt that we're going to make an impact. This program has meant so much to me and others. I cannot believe it's over, but thank you for the memories. I cannot wait to see how this program grows in the future. So for the last time into the microphone, hello and goodbye, junior leadership.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you again to both Bridget and Ashley for giving voices to this year's experience. While both cohorts participated in the same program days, each was shaped by a completely different mix of personalities, passions, and perspectives. That blend is what made the year so memorable, and it's the individuals behind these moments that we celebrate tonight. As our graduates take the stage, 3 familiar faces will help mark this special milestone. Mrs. Billick, Executive Director of LMC, will be presenting commendations, official recognition by the county for an unforgettable year. Ashley Powell, alum and this evening's speaker, will be handing out yearbooks, each with a special message from her tucked inside. Karen Gobb, LMC board member and host of our Agribusiness Day at Dairy Farmers of America, will be presenting glass mementos, a lasting tribute to all these leaders have accomplished. Now, before we begin, we know it's tempting to cheer for your student as they cross the stage, and they absolutely deserve it. But we ask for you to hold your applause until the last name is called. That way, each student gets their minute in the spotlight, and we save one big thunderous applause until the end, so we can celebrate everyone as a whole. We'll call up students in groups by last name. When your group is called, juniors, please gather to the left of the stage and form a line along the side wall. Once your group is called, we'll invite you to walk the stage. Let's recognize the junior leadership class of 2025.
And just for the record, you can keep your sticks at your seat.
I'll be coming around here to make sure you have it. All right, and I have my first group, last names A through F. Please line up on this side wall. It doesn't matter what order, we'll be calling your names in order. Bella Bernard. Elena Cadnam. Reagan Calvi. Bridget Campbell. Corinne Christian. Mark Cobb. Rachel Coleman. Jackson Condit. Avriel Dalton. Kason DiUlio. Abby Dress. Hayden Fordwich. Since we do have a gap, actually I think it would be a good idea if we gave this round of people applause. Next, last names G through K. Please line up on this side. Vincent Gambasini. Chase Garner. This next person, it's also her birthday, so happy birthday, Reese Goldmeyer. James Grandstaff. Sydney Greenlees. Allie Briskowitz. Piper Haddad. Carson Henning. Meredith Heyer. Dom Jackson. Amrita Carr. Lillian Kearns. Alexandria Klink. Elizabeth Klink. And Kyle Kraswinski. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, next group, last name L through P, please line up on the side. And we're going to start with Kennedy Lawson. Caleb Slem. Olivia Louie. Adeline Ma. Gavin Madigan. Chase Martineau. Leah McKinley. Colton Mellon. Michaela Merrill. John Nagel. Ava Palante. Dylan Pay. Kendall Perfect. Maria Fall. And Alexa Crifty. All right, let's give them a round. Our next group, our last names R through S. We had so many, we can only cover so many letters in that group. Mallory Roberts. Bella Rogerson. Brady Riva. Evan Riva. Sydney Shore. Kate Schwendeman. Heidi Sabah. Addison Shook. Addison Slaw. Delaney Slider. Corey Swihart. And a big round of applause for them. And last but not least, last names T through W. Please line up on this side of the stage. And my first person, Logan Tyers. Gabriella Triconi. Ashley Wallace. Luke Webb. Lance Webb. Grace Wiley. Jenna Wyatt. I guess I forgot. Lachlan Talley. And Riley Tabora. I miss you guys. Please give a big round of applause. On your commendation, if you look on there, you have a pin. So whenever you wear that, you are representing leadership in Medina County. Please feel free to take it off. It does not need to stay on there. So tonight, you've witnessed not just a list of names, but a group of emerging leaders who have explored their communities, challenged themselves, and grown in ways that will echo far beyond this room. Graduates, look around you. These are your classmates, your collaborators, and your fellow explorers on this journey. What you've done together this year is special, and it does not end here. As you head into your senior year and beyond, remember that leadership isn't about always having the answers. It's about being brave enough to ask questions, to listen deeply, and to show up for others and yourself. So before we officially wrap up this wonderful evening, we have one last celebratory moment to close the night with some color and creativity. It's now time for our rain barrel raffle. First, a big thank you to all the parents and families who took part in the raffle. Your involvement helps make programs like this possible. And tonight, it might just send you home with a one-of-a-kind piece of functional art. These rain barrels aren't just colorful, they carry meaning. Painted on the very first day of the program under the blazing sun, these rain barrels are full of brushstrokes, bonding, and more than a few sweat drops. They mark the beginning of this junior leadership journey when names are still being learned and paint somehow ended up on everything but these barrels. Here's how it will work. Mrs. Billick will draw the raffle tickets. Oh, I'm sorry. Ashley will draw the raffle tickets. And if your number is called, please head to the entryway to pick your rain barrel. Winners will choose in the order they were drawn, so prepare to decide between the two. Let's get started, and again, thank you families for being such an important part of this year.
Who said bingo? That is absolutely my humor. I love that. B4, 495 316. 495 316. Going once. Going twice. One more time. All right, last time. 495 316. There she is. Bingo. Come on up. You have to come and pick the rainbow. The rain barrel. I said rainbow. This is not Skittles. Rain barrel. Right over here too. Yeah. Ready? 495 322. I had another no way. What's no way over here? 495 322. Yeah, there we go. All right. Congratulations. You head on out that way, Miss Gabby. Just take care of it.
All right, while they're picking their rain barrels, I'm going to close us out. So, juniors, as of today, you are officially leaders, and as the new leaders of your household, you are now all in charge of the dishes. You're welcome, parents. But, in all seriousness, we are incredibly proud of all you've accomplished. Congratulations again to the class of 2025. Please stick around to sign your books and take advantage of this lovely photo opportunity. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. And Mrs. Billick.
One last. Can I get all of the juniors up front? Can we do a group photo like we did last year? Okay. All the way in the back, follow me. We're going to